Hello and welcome back to the English with Neil podcast. The topic of this episode is how to resolve conflicts. Some key expressions that you will learn are, number one, to hear someone out. So to hear someone out means to let them speak without interrupting them. Okay. Number two, to meet someone halfway. So to meet someone halfway means to make a compromise. You're going 50-50. You're meeting each other halfway. Okay. And number three, to see eye to eye. So when you see eye to eye with someone, it means that you both understand each other. Okay. So I'd like to start off today's podcast with a question. Have you ever been in an argument with someone? So sometimes arguments are not fun. Sometimes they're necessary, but they're not always fun. Some arguments are small. Some arguments you can finish quickly. But some arguments get heated. So heated arguments means that both people are very angry, they're yelling at each other, and sometimes they're almost ready to fight each other. So sometimes arguments are not always good. So when we have an argument, it means that we have a disagreement with someone about something. This disagreement can be big, it can be small, but sometimes we end up getting into arguments when we have disagreements with people. Okay? Now, how do we resolve arguments? Arguments happen all the time. If you're in a relationship, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if you have a husband or a wife, arguments come up because people don't see eye to eye, or they have different opinions about something, and sometimes that results in people getting into arguments. But how do we resolve these arguments? So I like to share 3 ways to resolve arguments. So number one is to be respectful and let the other person vent. So when you let someone vent, it means that you let them talk and you don't interrupt them. Okay, sometimes people have a lot of frustration, they have a lot of anger inside of them, and they just need to talk it out. They just need to get it out of their mind, and they just need to talk. And sometimes they just need people to listen. So sometimes arguments can be resolved by just letting the other person talk, letting them vent, and all you have to do is listen. So number one is to be respectful. Another way to resolve an argument is to meet halfway, or to make a compromise. So for example, let's say a husband and wife are deciding what to do on Saturday, their day off. The wife may want to clean the house, and the husband may want to just relax. So how can they meet halfway? Well, they'll make a compromise. They can say something like, okay, in the morning, we can relax, and then in the afternoon, they can clean the house together. So it's 50-50. You can do the wife's plan, and you can do the husband's plan. So you guys meet each other halfway. Okay. And number 3, this is the one I like the best. Number 3, how to resolve an argument is to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Now, sometimes when we argue as people, we're very selfish. We're only thinking about ourselves and what we want. But sometimes we need to consider how it would feel to be in the other person's situation. that means putting ourselves in their shoes. If I was him or I was her, how would I feel if that happened? Or if this happened to me, how would I feel? So that means you put yourself in the other person's shoes. You're understanding the situation from the other person's perspective. And these are some ways that we can resolve conflicts. All right, everyone, that is it for today's episode. Thank you for listening to the English with Neil podcast. I look forward to speaking with you in the next episode. Take care, everyone, and talk to you soon. Peace.